Welcome back and a very good afternoon. You're watching Live Wire and I'm Siddharth Talia. Now let's turn our attention to the state of West Bengal, where there's been a massive face-off that's been brewing in that particular state after the Mamata Banerjee-led Sarkar set up a minority vocational development board. Now this board is tasked with recommending vocational training programs for the welfare of members of the minority community. But it's not the purpose of the board, but its constitution, which has now stirred a controversy. Now, this is the Gazette that's been released by the West Bengal government, a Gazette notification that basically enumerates or enlists the number of people who have been made part of this Minority Vocational Development Board. And these are the names that have in fact been put out. Janab Shabir, Siddhartha Gafar, Mohatarma Samima SK, Mohatarma Sana Ahmed, Janab Iqbal Ahmed, Janab Nawazuddin Shains, Janab Ashbul Hussain, the chairman WBMDFC, who's a member, the secretary of the Minority Affairs and Madrasa Education Department, and also the OSD and ex officio managing director of the WBMDFC, a member convener as well. Now, that's the constitution of the committee, and what's been pointed out by a delegation of members of the Sikh community that has actually sent this particular letter to the governor of the state of West Bengal is that all members that have been chosen to represent that particular board happen to be drawn only from the Muslim community, while members of the Sikh community or the Buddhists or the Jains, the Parsis and the Christians have not been represented in that particular board constituted by the Ministry of Minority Affairs in West Bengal. So that's of course the complaint that's gone from members of the Sikh community to the West Bengal governor to take cognizance of this matter. Now let's in fact also listen into some reactions that have come into this particular story, especially the kind of reactions following of course complaints being filed by members of the Sikh community before the West Bengal governor.
मैं इसका पूर्ण विरोध करता हूं, जो सिर्फ माइनॉरिटीज उर्दू स्पीकिंग मुस्लिम नहीं है। इस राज्य में पश्चिम बंगाल में बुद्धिस्ट कम्युनिटी के आदमी हैं, जैन कम्युनिटी से लिया गया नहीं है, सिख कम्युनिटी से नहीं लिया गया है, पारसी कम्युनिटी से नहीं लिया गया है। अगले दिन और जो जितना कम्युनिटी है वो लोग हम लोगों के साथ एक ही साथ विरोध करेंगे।
So that was a member of the Buddhist community, of course, also raising concerns over the constitution of this committee. Now, the Bharatiya Janata Party, which is, of course, in opposition in the state of West Bengal, has upped the ante against the TMC Sarkar. Suvendu Adhikari, who is the leader of the opposition in the West Bengal Assembly, has written a letter to the governor, Mr. C.V. Anand Bose, as well, claiming that all these board members are Urdu-speaking Muslims. Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains are minority as well. And he's also claimed that he's baffled by the biased selection of the board members by the government. Listen into what the BJP has also had to say.
दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, दुर्भावना से बनाया गया है। माइनॉरिटी मीन्स उनका मतलब मुस्लिम ही होता है, उनसे बाकी से कोई मतलब नहीं होता। अगर माइनॉरिटी के लिए करते हैं ठीक है, उसमें सिख भी आते हैं, बौद्ध भी आते हैं, उसमें जैन भी आते हैं, सभी लोग होने चाहिए, लेकिन उनको सारा संसाधन जो कांग्रेस का हक करती थी वही तृणमूल कांग्रेस कर रही है कि संसाधनों में पहला हक माइनॉरिटी का है, उसका तुष्टिकरण करने के काम कर रही है।
ममता बनर्जी मुस्लिम लोगों के लिए लुभात है ज्यादा, गैर कानूनी काम हुआ। वो माइनॉरिटी वाला में अकेला मुस्लिम नहीं है, उनका अंदर वो ईसाई है, उनका अंदर जैन है, बुद्धिस्ट है और बहुत पारसी है। ये बंद होना चाहिए। वोटिंग पॉलिटिक्स, हमारा भाजपा गवर्नमेंट इसके खिलाफ, इसलिए सबके लिए काम करते हैं। सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास।
Now, the Trinamool Congress on their part has lashed out at the Bharatiya Janata Party, saying that their negativity is actually doing a disservice to Bengal.
I do not know about this. I am not aware of the facts. But West Bengal government recognizes all the minorities, including Sikhs, Jains and all that. But what happened about this committee, I don't know.
main idea is to create some kind of training program for minorities. Now Shubhendu Adhikari, in any sphere of development in West Bengal, he has got a negative way of looking at it. He has got a tremendous negativity within him, which can be termed as anti-Bengal as such. But it is not completed yet. There will be scope of adding people from different other minority communities.
Now, the chairman of the National Commission for Minorities has in fact said that it prompted me to write to the Bengal government to see that Sikhs and others do not feel discriminated. That's the claim coming from the chairman of the NCM.
I pay respect to Honorable Ravindranath Thakur ji. He not once, wherever he went throughout the world, he made it a point to visit the Gurdwaras. He had all the love and respect for the Sikh Guru Sahib. So in Bengal, if there is a discrimination against the community whom Ravindranath Tagore ji loved the most, I think that prompted me to write to the government of Bengal to see that Sikhs do not feel discriminated. We just want what is the truth and and request the government to take a remedial measure so that all the minorities feel comfortable.